It's Alex from Back to Your Heart, your daily media source for guidance on getting your ex back. I'm thrilled to join you today for another insightful discussion on your journey to romantic reconquest. Hey there! I received a great question on our Facebook group, which is right here, though you can't see it on my screen due to the reflections. The question was, how can you get your ex to make the first move in reconquest after a long period of radio silence, especially when they initiated the breakup? I'll tell you why it's such an excellent question, because we're all wondering how to make the reconquest not come from us, but from the person in front of us. And that's exactly the strategy I'm going to share in this video. But first, you need to know the three basic. It's natural to wait for your ex to make the first move to come to us. We think, wouldn't it be simpler if it was the other person who decided, maybe even reminding you of the beginning of your romantic relationship when you were both seducing each other? Back then, your ex, who wasn't your ex at the time, was the one who approached you, trying to seduce and get closer. There was an instinctive dance of mutual seduction. But now, you no longer have that. What you have is a situation where you're trying to seduce your ex desperately, and it's not working. The natural question, then, is how to reignite that interest in your ex and get them to come to you. The first crucial thing to know is that your ex still thinks about you. Don't doubt it. When you've had a relationship that lasted a few months, or even years, as some people I coach have had, we always remember our exes. You're probably thinking about the ex you want to get back with, but also about previous exes because they are part of our life, our past, what we've learned with them. First off, rest assured, your ex thinks about you. Second, the radio silence doesn't ruin the fact that your ex thinks about you. During radio silence, your ex might even think about you more because they're not getting any news. They don't know what you're up to, and they're left to imagine or fantasize about what might be happening to you without any information. The third thing is, how do you trigger that reaction in them? If we go back to the American Manual of Seduction, or the thoughts of American researchers and psychologists on seduction, we see that seduction is always a two-way process. You can't expect your ex to do 100% of the work while you just block and say, "No, listen, forget it, it's not worth it, etc. I don't care." The most interesting study on this topic is a study about men approaching women in nightclubs. It could be the other way around, but this particular study is as such. It explains the following. We often think that in nightclubs, it's the men who approach the women, who take that first step, who are in demand, and the women who accept or reject. But in reality, they found that in most cases, it's the woman who initiates with a sustained look, a kind of invitation. Don't forget that every week, I offer a free 1-hour coaching session via email. This is an opportunity not to be missed, as I firmly believe that everyone deserves access to this support, and it's thanks to you that our community continues to grow. To participate, just follow these simple steps. Write in the comments, "I want coaching," and briefly describe your situation. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. If you want to win a free 1-hour email coaching session, express your interest in the comments and subscribe. There will be a winner each week, ensuring everyone has a chance. The larger our community, the more we can help each other. So, it's not just one person doing all the work, it's a mutual process. Or, it may take just 2 seconds longer for a woman. This is something we didn't actually know before. We always thought that men instinctively make the first move, but in reality, women can send a subtle trigger or signal that prompts the man to flirt. Seduction, whether you're a man or a woman, is fundamentally the same today. You need to provide that trigger signal that invites someone to flirt with you. Again, whether you're a man or a woman, you can send this signal that says, "It's okay, you can come flirt with me." So, let's summarize the 4 points we've just covered. Point 1. Your ex hasn't forgotten you and often thinks about you. Point 2. Radio silence doesn't reduce the fact that your ex thinks about you. Point 3. Seduction is a two-way street, so you'll need to initiate something, which we'll look at shortly. Point 4. Your ex remembers you as you were at the time of the breakup. Now that you have these 4 basic pieces of information, and we agree on them, etc., we can develop a plan to win back our ex. It's up to you to send a signal that you're doing well, that you're in good shape today, and that he or she can come flirt with you today. For example, after a period of no contact that lasted 3 weeks, or maybe 8 weeks, or even 15 weeks, you can certainly send a small text saying, "Hey, I thought of you during a trip to Italy when I saw this." This is a signal that not only are you living a cool life, but also something reminded you of your ex. This means you're not just sitting at home feeling sorry for yourself. Another example of a text you could send to trigger your ex's desire to flirt with you could be if you're a guy like me trying to get your ex-girlfriend back. "Hey, I had dinner with a friend who reminded me of something you said a while back." This ensures she knows you've been out with another woman, potentially making her jealous. You're showing you're active, and the comparison to her creates a sense of competition. Plus, by not revealing what it was, you create suspense. Your ex won't know exactly what it's about, and this will surely trigger something in her that makes her want to talk to you and start the seduction process. Remember, the initiative should never wait for the other person to make all the moves. It's your role to cast that little hook or create that spark in the other person that makes them want to come talk to you and rekindle the romance. We keep as a key ingredient the fact that we have a social life again, that we go out and move around, etc. It's an excellent thing. Using someone of the opposite sex is also a good strategy because it can trigger jealousy or irritation or make the other person want to see what's happening. Another thing you can use in this kind of text is curiosity, giving just enough information to pique interest without revealing everything. "You know, she said something that made me think of you and laugh," something like that. I'll give you 2 counterexamples before finishing, which would really be the wrong approach. These are texts that arouse too much curiosity, such as a message where you would write, "You'll never guess what." This type of text is annoying to receive because it's obvious the sender just wants you to say, "No, I won't guess," or "I don't know." When curiosity is too blatantly provoked, it makes the receiver more likely to dislike the person rather than respond. Don't set your curiosity level to too high because it could make you disliked. And secondly, regarding jealousy, for example, being hugged by another girl or being kissed all over by another boy can also be irritating. You need to strike a balance and not overdo it, as excessive jealousy can backfire. So, neither use curiosity or interest in a way that's too obvious and strong, nor use jealousy, again, in a way that's too blatant and strong because it might backfire. All of this, the pursuit of love, is a matter of subtlety, so you need to be subtle, approach gently, and hit the right note. Let me remind you of the 3 action points of this video. As always, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and for more content, click on the links in the description below. You'll have access to a newsletter with weekly free videos that arrive in your mailbox on topics not covered in the YouTube videos. Feel free to ponder over these points, and I look forward to seeing you soon in the next video. Don't hesitate to comment with any questions or topics you'd like to see addressed. Have a wonderful day and see you soon.